Hello everybody, this is Yoko's Anime Reactions, and this is going to be my review for 7 Mortal Sins episodes 2 and 3. Yeah, this show is on a whole other level than any of the other ecchi shows that I've watched. High School DxD, How to Summon a Demon Lord, High School of the Dead, what else was there? Shimonetta is closer to that level than the others, but it's essentially 7 Mortal Sins, Shimonetta, and then the others, essentially. Maybe How Not to Summon a Demon Lord is a little higher than the others, but the others was just fan service, essentially. You guys can argue about that in the comments, I don't care, but 7 Mortal Sins episodes 2 and 3. Episode 2, we find out why she got stabbed at the end of episode 1. Lucifer took her heart and has it now in a little container to where now she won't die, she won't grow old, she won't have any, diseases or anything. She'll be, young and pretty forever, essentially, but Mariella doesn't want this. She wants to be back to normal and tries to get her heart back, but can't get it back, obviously. Why Lucifer did this? I don't know. Just the fact that she likes her. I don't know. And Leviathan's not happy about this because she doesn't want some human following them around because she wants Lucifer all to herself. And they make their way to the swankiest hotel in town. And somehow used her magic to make it so that Mariella now owns the penthouse, essentially. How that's possible, I would not know. I don't know. I don't think you can. Can you own? Well, I guess if you're extremely rich, you could, but how did Lucifer manage to do that without even having access to money? How? I know it's magic, but how? I'd like to know how. But apparently it belongs to Mariella now, so now they have a gigantic penthouse, a pool, and I don't know what else. And, they go for a dip in the pool, and Mariella is not having it. I don't think it's because she can't swim. I think it's the fact that she's never been naked in front of other people before. Maybe, or maybe it's because it's just around those two that she didn't feel comfortable. But Lucifer's not having it. She just controls her and gets her essentially naked and gets her in the water, and Leviathan's not happy about it, but Lucifer essentially is paying more attention to Mariella than Leviathan, and that's what's getting her jealous. And later, they decide they were going to get some food, and Lucifer wanted to order in, to get the fanciest food that humans can provide and see if it satisfies her. Because I'm sure she's had fancy food in heaven. But no, Leviathan wants to cook the best food hell can provide, apparently. And it all looks so weird and just doesn't look appetizing at all, but Lucifer tries it. She likes it. And since it didn't kill her, Mariella finally eats and likes it too. Which Leviathan doesn't like because she didn't want Mariella to eat any of it. It was supposed to be just for Lucifer. But I mean, how do you expect anybody to eat all that food you made? Only way that would happen is if Lucifer has a huge appetite. That's the only way that's happening. And later, Lucifer's in the shower, and that mark that Belial, whatever her name is, put on her starts to mess with her. I don't know what it's going to eventually do to her. Kill her? I don't know. But she goes off, flying on her own. And that leaves Mariella and Leviathan alone. Not a good thing, because Leviathan essentially decides that you might not be able to die, but I'm not gonna stop me from trying to kill you. So she tries to get her, and Mariella tries to escape in the elevator. That does not happen because Leviathan somehow gets in. Don't ask me how. And uses her water abilities to you can probably guess what she does with the water tentacles, considering what you've seen in the show so far. And worst part, a person gets on the elevator, and Mariella's trying to keep herself quiet so she, one, doesn't freak anybody out, two, doesn't embarrass herself, and three, doesn't give this guy any ideas. Because she is a virgin. She doesn't want any guys getting any ideas about her. And all this time, Leviathan is messing with her and trying to get her to essentially, well, not do nice things. And essentially is ranting and raving about how Lucifer's been paying attention to her the whole time and not herself, and how she's so angry and envious about it. And essentially Mariella tells her that envy is not exclusive to demons, it's a human emotion. And it turns out, I think that the guy was Lucifer the whole time. Maybe? And Mariella is out cold at this point. And yeah, she tells Lucifer tells Leviathan, don't you dare touch her again. So yeah, that was episode 2. Now on to episode 3. Oh god. Episode 3, they're going to Miami because apparently Mariella's chest is psychic because apparently she got angel blood in her before it got corrupted. Before, I think in episode 1, before she got sent to hell, I guess. And so now it's apparently psychic. So they're going after Asmodeus, who is Lust. And Miami Beach, well, you can probably guess what's gonna happen. Lucifer and Leviathan's swimsuits are a lot more covering than I thought they would be. I figured that Lucifer's would be, nothing but strings. I think the bottom is essentially a thong. Barely a thong, more like strings, but the top, a little bit more covering than I expected, and Leviathan's is way more coverage than I thought she was going to have. And Mariella's is a one-piece white swimsuit, it looks like. And Lucifer's trying to get everything to stop by pouring water on Mariella, which makes her outfit see-through now. And apparently this is all part of her plan as they retreat and then change their clothes and go to a nightclub where Asmodeus is, and apparently I don't think it's a nightclub, I think it's a strip club, I could be wrong. But there's a pole, and Asmodeus just starts pole dancing to get the people there to be her followers, and Leviathan has to get herself involved again, like at the beach, and tries pole dancing, but can't do it, essentially, because I think it takes some kind of, I'm assuming it takes some sentience of upper body strength and all that to do all that. Well, then again, she might just not be good at it, I don't know. And Asmodeus starts to affect Leviathan to the point where Leviathan is just cuckoo for Lucifer, and they end up leaving. Lucifer sends Mariella to go get some sandwiches from a food truck that's like right outside the hotel. And as she's heading back, Asmodeus shows up, kidnaps her, blindfolds her, and ties her up in only her underwear, and is trying to essentially get to her because thinks she has a thing for Mariella now, like Lucifer does. And we find out that yes, she is a virgin because, and that's why apparently her abilities don't work on Mariella because she's too pure. And thankfully, before Asmodeus can do the dirty with her, Lucifer shows up, but ends up getting hit by an aphrodisiac, which makes any sensation feel probably 10 times better than it should, like just from messing with their toes, for example. And apparently, at this point, Lucifer gets to her, where Asmodeus starts to lust after Lucifer and beats her that way. Don't ask me how. Could somebody tell me, please? So now we've beaten down one of the sins. I figured that when they were talking about taking down all the sins, I thought it was going to be killing them, but apparently not. Maybe not all of them, I don't know. But yeah, things are going to be interesting in the show. Oh my god, this show is on a whole other level when it comes to raunchiness. I will say that. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.